With the war in Ukraine now spilling into month 2, the head of the Directorate of Intelligence of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, General Krylo Budanov, has claimed that Russia is considering a Korean scenario for Ukraine and wants to split the country into two after failing to seize the capital Kiev and overthrow its government. Now, he said that Russian President Vladimir Putin will try to impose a dividing line between unoccupied and occupied regions of Ukraine. Now, putting out a statement on the ministry's Telegram account, Budanov said that there is an attempt to create a North and South Korea in Ukraine as Putin cannot swallow the whole country. Now, the two Koreas are still technically at war after the 1950-53 conflict, which ended in an armistice rather than a peace treaty, sealing the division of their peninsula with an impenetrable border, a 4-kilometer wide by 248-kilometer long area known as the demilitarized zone. Now, after more than 4 weeks of conflict, Russia has failed to seize any major Ukrainian city, with Moscow signaling that it was scaling back its ambitions to focus on securing the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine, where Russian-backed separatists have been fighting the Ukrainian army for the past 8 years. Now, Ukraine's intelligence chief has said that Russia will try to unite the occupied territories into a single quasi-state entity, which will impose independent Ukraine. Now, according to him, there are already attempts being made to create a parallel authorities in these occupied territories and force the people to give up the Ukrainian currency. Now, a local leader in the self-proclaimed Luhansk People's Republic had said that the region could soon hold a referendum on joining Russia, just as happened in Crimea after Russia seized the Ukrainian peninsula way back in 2014. Now, remember, Crimeans voted overwhelmingly to break with Ukraine and join Russia, a vote that much of the world refused to recognize. Now, Ukraine's foreign ministry spokesperson had dismissed talk of any referendum in eastern Ukraine, saying that they will be treated as null and void and will have no legal validity. He said that Russia was trying to install a land corridor to Crimea, but the plan had so far was prevented by Russia's failure, in fact, to capture the port city of Mariupol.
All India Muslim Personal Law Board have filed a petition in Supreme Court against Karnataka government orders on hijab ban. All India Personal Law Board, which has appealed in the Supreme Court, has said that there is a misinterpretation of Quran when it comes to hijab. Remember, Karnataka High Court, when it had pronounced a verdict on hijab, answered the question which was being raised during the arguments whether hijab was an essential religious practice. For that, the judges have went on to say that it is not an essential religious practice, and it has upheld Karnataka government's order to follow the secular clothing when they enter the school. Challenging this, several petitions were filed even in the last week, and there was also a petition which was being filed by Devdutt Kamath, a senior advocate, on urgent basis. And this time it is All India Muslim Personal Law Board which has knocked the door of Supreme Court, stating that there is a misinterpretation of Quran in this entire judgment which was being pronounced by Karnataka High Court.